Good morning, boys. Today I'll be taking a lesson for class 7. It's a poem that we'll be doing by Dorothy Brown Thompson. Now, before I begin the poem, let me tell you, class 7, the Master Artist, chapter 2 that we had done earlier, the answers are uploaded on the website, but it is written over there. It's under assignments. Under assignments, just click on assignments and you will get all the answers, class 7 literature chapter 2. Now, coming to this poem, Maps. Maps is written by Dorothy Brown Thompson. Now, she's an American writer. In this particular poem, she pays tribute to maps, different kinds of maps, maps that hold a key to an unseen, unknown world of adventure waiting to be explored. She paints a bright picture of the different things and scenes that maps can bring to our minds. We often work with maps, we study maps, but we don't think about maps in the way that she has explained it in this poem. This way over here, she shows how something that looks simple and humble, we've never thought about a map that way. Okay, something so simple and humble like a map can be very, very powerful and exciting. And after reading her poem, after coming to know her poem, you will also agree with me that we had never thought about maps in this manner, right? So let's see what she tells us in her poem about maps. High adventure and bright dream, maps are mightier than they seem. Now to us, we work with maps, we study maps, we do it as a course material for our studies and then we forget about it. But think about how she has explained it. If you go into the depths, you'll see she has very beautifully explained about maps and how they affect our lives. So she says in the very first stanza, high adventure and bright dream, maps are mightier than they seem. You know, sometimes we look at a map and it is to us just a piece of paper, but it has a lot of hidden information. Information that can lead you to a great treasure somewhere. Information that you still do not know, but maps help you get that information. And getting that information is getting knowledge about a particular place. She says, ships that follow leaning stars, red and gold of strange bazaars. So you see, maps lead us. Even people who are sailing in the high seas, they require maps to navigate their way through the sea, because the oceans are so vast, we can anytime get lost without a map. Maps lead us to our destination. It takes a person from one place to another. It helps a person to travel. It gives the person an idea about what they can find and at which place. She says, red and gold of strange bazaars. Yes, maps help us locate places that we have never seen in our lives. Something new, something extraordinary, something different from what we have experienced in life. Then she says, ice flows hid beyond all knowing. She is talking about the polar regions here, where you have glaciers floating in the water. Huge chunks, huge masses of ice floating in the water. Now you see something about glacier, not many people know, is that whatever you see above the sea, it says the glacier is 9 to 10 times greater than that under the water, which is not visible to the naked eye, right? And so it says over here, maps give us the knowledge. It tells us in which parts of the world you might come across huge hidden glaciers here. Planes that ride where winds are blowing. She says, maps also take pilots to their destination. How do you think pilots fly from one country to another? There are maps that guide them. There are air routes that a certain pilot has to take in order to reach their destination. So we see these maps are very, very important for us. It guides a person, okay? Whether it be in the sea route, whether it be in roadways, whether it be in the air, flying a plane. Maps are always there to guide us to our destinations. It says planes that ride where winds are blowing. You know, we have certain maps that even speak about weather, the weather conditions of a particular place. Where will you come across strong winds? Where will you come across certain pressure points in the atmosphere itself? Then she says, we have train maps. We have maps of wind and weather, like I told you. We have road maps taken all together. So maps, practically everywhere you go, everything that you do, maps are something that guides us in the right direction. It gives us a lot of knowledge. And let me tell you, it is very, very exciting. Suppose I gave you a map of a place and I said, this is a treasure hunt. You go out and you'll get something. How exciting it would be for a bunch of children looking at maps like this, trying to look out for different places, finding something new. It's very, very exciting. It's very, very thrilling. Now, till now, I don't think we had ever thought about maps in the manner in which she has presented in this poem. Maps are really magic wands, she says, for home-staying vagabonds. Now, vagabonds are people who wander from one place to another. But then for that, you need to physically leave your house and go out wandering. If you are an adventurous person, you would like to roam around places to see new things, discover new things, explore new places. But over here she says, maps are like magic wands for home-staying vagabonds. Vagabonds who are staying in the house. How can you stay? Now this modern era, we know that nothing is impossible. Given the science and technology that we people have invented for ourselves, we know that sitting in the comfort of a house, we can learn something about the whole world around us. That is what she says, that these maps are like magic wands. It's like you took a magic wand and just say some magic words and you are transformed, you are taken to a different world altogether. It fires up a person's imagination. Okay, so maps help you know better about a place that you have not yet known. I'll just read it once again. It says, high adventure and bright dreams. When you get a map in your hand, it really excites a person, something that he is going to explore, something that he does not know. And we all have hidden anxieties in our minds that come to surface when we get an opportunity like this. Maps are mightier, they say, than they seem. Yes, it is mightier because it has a lot of hidden knowledge. only when you go discovering new things with the help of that map that you find out how precious that map is. Ships that follow leaning stars, red and gold of strange bazaars. Ice flows hid beyond all knowing, plains that ride where winds are blowing. Train maps, maps of wind and weather, road maps taken all together. Maps are really magic wands for home-staying vagabonds. So that's your poem, and I will be giving you the question answers as well in a short while. Thank you.